Thanks. This has already got a leg up on the Academy Awards just by virtue of the fact that there's no dance numbers to sit through. As usual, I didn't learn my lines, so there's nothing on a teleprompter for me, so excuse me if I'm looking at a few cards. Really, I'm accepting this on behalf of a lot of people who have been enormously helpful in making this little program we got started a reality. It's not an individual effort at all. I had this idea, but it was, it would have, I could have never pulled this off without the incredible enthusiasm and determination of a group of people that I'll get to in a second. So, but on all of our behalves, I'll take a second just to share a couple thoughts that have come to my mind in the course of working on this program and becoming myself much more educated about the incredibly exciting potential that is available to us as a community. And I think we are, for the first time, coming to grips with the fact that the resources of that planet are finite. They are not infinite. And maybe even more significantly, we're coming to grips with the fact that the planet itself is an integrated living machine, and that the health of any part of it impacts the whole of it. Today, what we're experiencing now has real consequence if we ignore this shift because we have the capacity to, and we are in fact damaging the workings of that living machine, of that planet that we're living on, and in doing so, we're jeopardizing our own future on it. You know, the enormous education to me in looking at where solar technology has come is that it really illuminated for me on a practical, individual level that, I mean, it is possible for us to create enough energy for our country in sustainable ways. It is possible. That's not a reach to say that. And ultimately, I think that's going to require real leadership to achieve that. It's going to require a president of the United States to step up and engage people in the collective determination to do something that is extremely difficult but possible, in the same way that John Kennedy did when he said we were going to put a man on the moon in 10 years, which was an equally distant and almost inconceivable goal at that time, to clean energy independence. And I think that the country is ready for a mission like that. People are hungry for it. I think that the shift in consciousness about this is actually moving very, very quickly, and that we, as an incredibly diverse and dynamic society, we're more than up for the challenge. So it's very, very disheartening to me to watch this administration not only fail to rise to that challenge of leadership, but amazingly to work concertedly to roll back the progress that's already been made, and that is being done, not, I believe, out of a sincere difference in opinion about the facts, but in the most cynical sense, in the interests of corporate wealth at the public expense. That should enrage Americans. You know, I played this character in a movie. There was a guy in a pink rhinoceros outfit, and he had this line that you can't change the world, but you can make it dent. And that is essentially what this little effort has been about. It's been really nothing more than an attempt to demonstrate how much is actually possible through this technology and just start spreading the idea. And I want to pause to thank Jimmy Yaffe at the Endeavor Agency, who got it immediately when I brought it up to him, just apropos of nothing, and immediately connected me with BP. I want to thank Emma and Debbie Levin, who's just been tireless, came up to me at a little Mexican restaurant and said, oh, I really want to help with this. The Enterprise Foundation, which is one of the most dynamic and inspiring organizations working in this country on big, big social problems of poverty and housing. I want to thank Mayor Jim Hahn's office. I went down and talked to him about this. He's been incredibly responsive. I mean, into making special efforts to get this program to take off this year. And I hope that Governor Schwarzenegger will follow his lead. And most of all, I really want to thank the people at BP Solar, because when you talk about leadership in the absence of leadership from politicians, you really have to hope that big corporations are going to start to lead the way. And BP, the people at BP were have just been literally nothing but positive about the idea of making that investment of money, quite a substantial investment of money, to make this happen. And I applaud them. I also thank everyone, all my friends and colleagues who have, some of their names were mentioned, who've jumped aboard this with such enthusiasm and are really, leading the way and starting to make a dent of their own. I hope more than anything else that just being here tonight, the idea will land in some of you, and that some of you will go try to make your own little dent, explore what's possible. And thanks very much. Appreciate it.